I always try to, in my head, overwhelm everybody, but I'm overwhelmed myself. For if I can express to you as they write a novel and you can see it in a novel what's going on as they walk down the pathway between the bushes, the thorn bushes, on the way over towards the beach, to where the ocean lies, to where the sun is setting, the orange sun. I'm trying to show you this in numbers. What I do is I'm going to, again, this is the beginning, the introduction, where I show where I get my information from. My base information for numbers and positions come off of right here. This is what I see. Now, my second base for numbers is also understanding what happens on this paper. What are exactly these dots? Are these dots the area space here that's dividing the total area? Or are these each individual dots squares? That's the question. So if we talk dot and line, would we be talking dot and line and dot, or does one line equal to the connection of two dots or two corners, or the connection of what is 88? The reason for that is if I would go to a casino and put a chip over here, imagine the area space, the box, the size of the box is this size, right? Is this size. And I put a chip over here. There's another box here, one here, and one over here. I'm almost starting to look at the flag. So if I start to look at the flag, we start to get another understanding. But the flag is, see, this is the entire 650 stars, but it's a half area flag. It's only running to here. We don't use the entire area. Although there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? It is almost rectangular, but it is not completely rectangular. Rectangular would be by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we would get all our stars on these 6 lines and not use these other 3 lines. Would you say that's rectangular? What is the dimensions of the flag for a better understanding? So what I'm doing over here, sorry, right, is when you go to the roulette and you put a chip, it takes 4 here. If I was to connect 2 of them, my dimensions are 6 by 4. The separation of 10, okay, is either 5, 5 or 6, 4. I'm going with 6, 4 because 5, 5 will make them square, but not 6, 4. It'll make it 1.5 times the difference. The same thing I use instead of using all 9, I use 1.5 times 6 equals to 9. I only use 6 and 11, FK. When I put this over here and I use my second chip over here, you notice they're rectangular in all 4 areas. On the roulette wheel, there are not 8 numbers over here, so I'm going to have to revamp what I had mentioned to you and recreate this design. But it's still going to do what I want to talk about. Here and here, when you put a chip down, it pays 8 chips for every 1 chip wagered. The same numeric value that is on this cube. There's 1 dot here that I put down to collect the 8 heaven. Now, if I'm going to collect this 8 heaven, I'm going to collect 2, 2, 2, and 2. That it doesn't matter which one comes in, I collect all of them, meaning they're all associated together. If I want to connect the Q gate, I'm going to connect the Q gate over here. Why do I call it the Q gate? Wow, I'm going over my box. I call it the Q gate because now I'm going to be connecting this box over here with this box over here. This is 17 to 1. The 17th letter is Q. And when you get 17 and you bet 1. So your total here is 9 and your total here is 18. 9 and 18. I and R, 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. And you get HQ in this scenario. So this is what I do. We're going to go into here. It's just a funny word. This says Schwarz, which means dark or brown or black. It only has a single letter in between, 53 and 64. The total is 117. 7 come 11 is your cube divided by A. A is a divider. It's a divider and it is also DC. Now you see 9, right? But it's actually D and C. If I had to draw this squarely, would you like me to do it like this? Now I'm going to have to create a fish, right? I would have to make it larger than this if I wanted to start bringing this one up and this one down, because the C doesn't touch. So if I did that, I would have to create this size to a minimum to where C does not touch. And inside there, we can see we have the area space of 1 square, and this is talking about Earth. The reason for that is the numeric design and calculation for Earth is 52, but its design is 3 by 3. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. It's not even that size. It's even more than Earth. It's 1 1/3 in order to create it. That means Earth has to have its size in C. Wow, I'm out. Wow, I'm not happy. But it's to have its size in C. How can I explain this? It has to have its size in C as if you're connecting the plumbing into the building or the electricity into the building, you need the building, you need the wire that goes through the wall and the wire that comes to it. Or you need the wire from the outside to come into the building. So it has to be longer outside the game, bringing it inside the game. I need the plumbing outside the game to come inside the game, and then I flush the plumbing out of the game. And then the water comes back into the game. You cleanse, you take out the information. So anyways, that's just a quick rendition. So what I'm going to talk about in this video, and it's already 7 minutes, I'm not really impressed with this video at all. No.